away from the starting line in the World Series of Stock Car Racing. The start of the pace lap. The beginning of the back year. 500 miles to go. Largest and most modern stock car speedway in the world. 75 cars parade, ready to race for the largest purse ever offered in stock car competition. This is the proving. The story begins in practice runs, a month before the race. As drivers sweat to learn their way around the speedway, certification goes on in the inspection shed. 89 entries for the Labor Day Classic are torn apart under the eyes of NASCAR, National Association of Stock Car Auto Racing Inspectors, who certify that every important detail of these cars is stock, that every part is available to the American public and listed in the manufacturer's parts book for that car and for that year. The only modifications allowed are for safety in competition. These roll bars protect the driver in case of accident and are checked by engineers attached to the Auto Crash Research Institute at Cornell University. Tape keeps shattered glass off the track in case of accident. Safety belts are important. Unsafe belts must be replaced before the driver takes to the track. Only certified accessories designed to protect the auto from grueling punishment of high-speed competition are permitted, and these are carefully checked by officials. Every car undergoes an 8-hour inspection before being certified stock. Then, qualification. The checkered flag whipping in the sun as speed becomes king. There's Fireball Roberts taking his Buick through a warm-up lap. He takes the green flag and rockets into the first turn, aiming to break the track record of 108.2 miles an hour, coming fast down the long backstretch. Into the third turn, the checker with a new track record, 112 miles an hour. The lid is off. Here he is, Glenn Fireball Roberts, a Daytona Beach boy who got his nickname pitching for the University of Florida baseball team, and he keeps it by driving in racing competition. His pleased mechanic, Red Boat, handled the wrenches for Fonty Flock when Fonty won here in 1952. Another big car to the line. At the wheel, Tim Flock. He's away. And turning up a fast one. Tim qualifies at 112.04 miles an hour. Brother Fonty Flock, waiting his chance, listens to the news. Here's Tim. On his car, 13 checkered flags, one for each victory. To run with this company, man, you have to run. Fonty Flock is ready. One of the most colorful figures in the sports world, a bloodshot eye, warns the innocent that this is a veteran at the wheel. Fonty, winner in 1952, on his way. The track is cleared. He roars through the turn with his foot on the floorboard. Stretch at better than 120 miles an hour. He's in trouble. Fonty limps home. 4,300 pounds of automobile can leave a real dent in the guardrail. He'll try again later. Let's go inside the Purolator trailer and talk with the brothers Tim and Fonty Flock.
Tim, I hear you and Fonty have really been doing some running out here. Here Tim's broke the track record, and you got yourself in a real slide out there. How about telling us a little bit about it?
Well, George, I still don't know what happened. I was just going too fast, I guess, and I had wore out tires on my car, and I was trying to see if it would run faster with the slick tires, and evidently my back end got into a pretty bad skid, and I couldn't control it.
How fast do you feel you were going when you got tangled up with that guardrail there?
Well, George, I'm not going to figure. I was looking at my tank just before I went into the turn. I was running 125 miles an hour, according to the calculations, and that's pretty close, too. Because I was turning laps at 115, 16 mile an hour average around the track, so I know I must have been running close to 120. That's too fast. Tim said it was the fastest he ever seen anyone slide.
It sure was. The fastest I've ever seen a car sideways. It must have been running 170 mile an hour sideways.
Tim, how many wins have you had this year in those Mercury-sponsored cars?
Well, George, right now I've won 13 Grand Nationals, and I hope to make it 14 here. This is the one I've been wanting to win for the last 6 years.
Tim, how did your engine stand up in the Grand National races this year?
Well, George, at the start of the year, I was having a lot of trouble on these dusty tracks we run on. We run on these half-mile tracks, and they're real dusty, and I actually lost 3 engines on account of the dust. And then I started using the Purolator filter, and I've won 13 Grand Nationals, and I look to set a real good record this year on most wins. George, I'd like for you to, sometimes when I pull in the pit after one of these races, come over and look at my oil. It's just as clear as when I started.
Qualifiers line the pit wall, waiting for a turn on the track. Herb Thomas, two-time winner of the Southern 500, is ready for his run. In Thomas's crew, a racing immortal who has won the Indianapolis 500 3 times, Maury Rose. Thomas, in a Chevrolet, rolls out. He's getting up speed on the backstretch. On his run now, completed at 108.8 miles an hour. Qualifications go on during a full week preceding the race as car after car battle the clock to decide starting position for the big race. Intermittent rain makes qualifications risky. Unless you're a country boy, you're in trouble. In the inspection station, mechanics work steadily on cars already qualified, getting their machines back in peak condition. Every detail is as perfect as mechanical wizardry can make it. Then, back to the track for testing, practice, and qualifications for cars not yet qualified. As the race draws near, the tension builds, the speeds mount, drivers go all out. But the night before the race, a welcome chance to relax. A beauty contest at the track with 24 of the Southland's most glamorous belles competing for the title of Miss Southern 500. And one of the 5 judges, Fonty Flock. The winner, Miss Martha Williams of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. And here she poses with the runners-up. Miss Southern 500. Race day, the magic of these words beating in every heart. This is the end of trial runs. This is the real thing. And the Paris Island Marine Band lets the world know it. the national champion drum majorette. And Fonty Flock, of course. In a Confederate-style costume, this 16-year-old beat competition from every state for her title. The last few minutes, the final touch of paint, proud banner to carry into battle. And though there is plenty of joking here, behind the gaudy paint and funny names, there is real pride of performance and the deep-down conviction that his is the best car on the track, the car that's got the stuff to win. The Marine Band marches off. The moment is here. At the starting line, Fireball Roberts, 112 miles an hour. Buck Baker, winner in 1953 and holder of the track record until Fireball broke it. Curtis Turner, number 99, runner-up last year. Herb Thomas and his mechanic, Smokey Yunick. Herb, the two-time winner, who has said he's going to win it again. Tim Flock, more victories in 1 year than any driver in NASCAR history. The number on his Chrysler has been changed from 300 to 16. Fonty Flock, serious now. Fireball Roberts backs into the pole position, inside front row. The pace car pulls away, and 75 cars begin to move on this 1 3/8 track. They go once around in a parade lap to salute the grandstand, line up smoothly, and pick up speed for a flying start. 13 makes of automobiles are racing for a share of the record-breaking purse. 51 cars have qualified at speeds over 100 miles an hour, but top speed alone will not win this race. Endurance, roadability, the driver's ability to put it into tight corners in heavy traffic with unvarying precision will win this race. Equally important is engine performance. Unless power is delivered lap after lap, smoothly, cleanly, you haven't a chance. Your equipment has got to be good. This is the beginning of 366 laps, 500 punishing miles that equal the strain of 50,000 miles of normal highway driving. Through the tricky third turn, heading for the fourth turn and the main straightaway. Tim Flock in second. Off the high bank and into the backstretch. Tim Flock moves, trying to take the lead. Third turn with Fireball Roberts hugging the rail. Tim tries the short way inside. Fireball, using the slope close to the rail, opens the throttle an extra notch. Into the main straightaway, Tim Flock loses ground. The shorter way takes longer. But this is only the beginning. Roberts sets a tremendous pace as Buck Baker closes in on Tim Flock's rear wheel. Up fast, number 36, with Fonty Flock jamming the throttle. The field strings out, moving through dust and tornado winds at 100 miles an hour. Watch those boys battle. Again, Tim tries to use the backstretch to pass. And again, Roberts holds him off as they begin to lap the field. In the fourth turn, Flock rides high on the wall behind Roberts, and coming into the main straightaway, he guns it. He doesn't need to be told. Tim Flock passes to take the lead. Roberts drops to second, and Fonty Flock roars into third. Coming up the backstretch, Fonty closes in. He wants to run in front. Roberts is battling to get back in first. But Roberts makes a big mistake. Coming through the fourth turn, he tries to go inside. Fonty, in number 36, closes the gap behind his brother and squeezes past Roberts to take second place. On the backstretch, Tim slows, pacing himself for 500 miles, as Fonty takes the lead with Fireball right behind him. On the third turn. Number 10 with Van Way at the wheel brushes the guardrail. He's all right, limping home for quick repairs. Buck Baker in 89 shows magnificent form as he moves into third. Curtis Turner in number 99 with Herb Thomas on the outside battle for fourth and fifth position. Fireball Roberts blows a tire. Right behind him, number 17 jams on the brakes and slides. There's another one out of control. No, he's all right. Badly battered, the pole position winner heads for the pits. Bud Graham in number 17 is all right, and his car is not too seriously damaged. But Fireball is out of the race. Chasing Tim and Fonty Flock was too much. The track is cleared, and a green flag flies again. Fonty in number 36 keeps a tight hold on first. Buck Baker in the Buick takes over second place. Look out, it's Bud Graham again. That car is going to be tough to handle the rest of the afternoon. Slick Smith brings his steam engine into the depot. A lot of smoke, but no fire, as a blown head gasket puts him out of the race. After a quick pit stop, Tim Flock comes back into the race in third position. Brother Fonty still leads, but coming up fast is Curtis Turner in number 99. Turner, in a Ford, is making his move, traveling better than 110 miles an hour. Watch him now. He's passing. In first place. There's a spin out. And the yellow caution signal slows the field. Turner, leading the field in number 99, makes his first pit stop. And following him into the pits is Fonty Flock. With first and second place cars in the pits, Tim Flock takes over in first place again. Number 10 is back in action, moving through the third turn, and oh my, he's in trouble again. He's all right, and using manpower for horsepower. Curtis Turner pits a second time, and it looks like trouble. His mechanics swarm over the car. A broken tie rod, and it's going to keep Turner in the pits a long time. He was running up in the lead with Tim and Fonty Flock before the trouble developed. Turner's teammate, Joe Weatherly, takes over second behind Tim. No, he's passing, taking first. John Duckworth spins. Coming off the wall, he stopped cold. Broadside to the oncoming traffic. He's trying to move out of the way. Bill Jenkins spins out to avoid him. But Arden Mount sees him too late. Luckily, seat belts kept both boys from serious injury. An official car holds the field to reduce speed as the track is cleared. When the green shines again, Herb Thomas makes his move. A smooth, steady driver. He's passing to take second place, dropping Tim Flock to third. Trouble on the third turn again. It's Fonty Flock, and in the same place he lost control during qualifications. He really tore up the guardrail this time. Poor Fonty has to hitch a ride home. His car won't race again today. Tim Flock is now running third, behind Weatherly and Thomas. On the green flag, Weatherly in number 9 pours on the coal. Thomas in second, matching the pace, but there's trouble ahead. Thomas slips through inches from the rail, but a total of 7 cars aren't as agile. In that wild mix-up, no one is even scratched. But there is a familiar red car in the middle out there, number 10. He's heading for the pits. His day isn't over. Weatherly makes a fast pit stop for fuel, with Thomas only a half a lap behind. Here comes Thomas in number 92, going into first place. But if your car is out of the running, nothing else really matters. With a clear track, Thomas opens up the throttle. His crew counting the laps until he must pit for fuel. Weatherly is out of the pits and matching Thomas's best time. And back in the race, number 10, moving beautifully through the third turn. Uh-oh! He's all right, but that's all for the day. Thomas makes a pit stop as the yellow flag forces all cars to reduce speed and hold their positions. Where's Weatherly? There he goes, crawling past the pits and itching to be on his way. The yellow still flies as the crowd comes to its feet, sensing the coming fight. Thomas rolls out. There's the green flag. And there goes Weatherly, booming down the backstretch like a cannonball. Look at that man slice through traffic. Thomas is half a lap behind. 60 laps to go. The competing crews stand on the pit wall. The chips are down. The stakes are high. Blows a tire and spins out on the backstretch. Where is he? Weatherly is all right, but Thomas, driving smoothly and consistently, is even better. There he goes, into the lead. Tim Flock, who spun out to avoid Weatherly, limps around the track in third place. His brakes gone, his steering locked. A game competitor. Weatherly, a former motorcycle champion, drove a beautiful race, needing only 49 more laps. Just 49 more laps and one more wheel. A month's work for his mechanics ended 40 minutes too soon. Jim Reed in number 7, national short track champion for the past 2 years, and his own mechanic, drives smoothly into second place. The Thomas crew is jubilant. Smokey Yunick sees the end in sight. Here comes Thomas. The white flag. One more lap. Man, won't they ever come around. There they are. Thomas and Reed running 1-2 at the finish. The checkered flag. Herb Thomas wins his third Southern 500. Hours and 25 minutes of sweat and worry for mechanic Smokey Yunick have finally ended. Thomas rolls to the winner's circle. His speed, matching lucky number 92 on his car, is 92.281 miles an hour, despite heavy traffic and numerous laps run under a caution flag. Truly a remarkable performance. He was never lower than 8th position, but avoided a knockdown, drag-out battle for the lead until more than 2/3 of the race had been run. Thomas retires the winner's trophy in magnificent fashion, making this his third victory in the 6 runnings of the Southern 500. Purolator, as an officially approved stock accessory, is proud to have contributed to the magnificent performance of the winning car and was used on virtually every car entered in the race. The drivers and skilled mechanics of 9 out of 10 of all the cars entered used Purolator, America's #1 oil filter. Here is dramatic proof of the vital protection against dust, dirt, and other abrasives that Purolator gives to the valuable engines of these stock model racing cars, as well as to automobiles, trucks, and tractors throughout the world. Purolator, America's #1 oil filter.